Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Too tough to handle. The parents of 18-month-old Shalia Dobson were just too grief-stricken to attend her funeral service on Wednesday. The just under 1-hour service held at the Salvation Army Mountainside Corps, a small church in the district, was attended by family members and few friends. A private viewing preceded the service at a separate location. A mourner reported that the heartbroken parents, both members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF, were at a nearby house. "I did not know what to say, so I didn't say anything to them. The coping has been rough for the both of them. The two of them just cry every day. They are good people, dedicated to their work, and they live loving," said one woman who identified herself as a family member. Shalia's father is a detective sergeant assigned to the Black River Police Station, while the mother is a sergeant in the same St. Elizabeth Division. On January 17, the father, during a change of routine, mistakenly left his baby daughter on the back seat of his car for hours when he got to work at the Black River Police Station. In normal circumstances, Shalia would have been cared for on a daily basis by her maternal grandmother while her parents were at work, but a daycare arrangement was made after the grandmother fell ill. Unaccustomed to the chore of taking the child to a daycare at a location in Black River, the father, after arriving at work, drove a police service vehicle to Warminster, southeast St. Elizabeth, about a 45-minute trip by road, to carry out a further probe into the case of the former Haitian opposite Senator John Joel Joseph, one of the 3 key suspects who were being hunted in relation to the July 2021 assassination of former Haitian President Jovenel Moïse. Initial reports are that the detective sergeant remembered that he had left the child in the vehicle hours later and immediately alerted his colleagues at the Black River Police Station, who found the child unconscious and took her to the nearby Black River Hospital. Unfortunately, however, the child died on January 19. "This was unexpected. All of this caused through him work," said the female mourner on Wednesday. Another family friend blamed the stressful nature of policing for the tragedy. "They work hard. They work cause this. Them Monday no stop work, the mother are the same thing. The whole are we forgetful at times," he said. To emphasize his point, he added, "You have the thing you're looking for right in front of you, and it's lost, so you are search for hours for it." He blasted people who have made unkind and insensitive comments about the parents. "Who would have want go park a Black River police station and kill his own pikini?" he charged. "It's not like him come out and gone sit down. The man come out of him car and gone to work. Him can't forgive himself for the guilt where him have, Him can't come to terms with it." A distant relative said he was still shaken up over the incident. "You have to wonder if it really happened, that for nobody is punishing," he said. "As a family, we are cherishing the memories we got to spend with her. We all missed her. She will always be in our hearts," another member of the family said in the remembrance. Shalia was interned at a family plot in Mountainside. Government says more units to be provided under social housing program. Speaking at the official handover ceremony for the 3-bedroom unit at Dunmere Close in St. Andrew North Central on Wednesday, Prime Minister Andrew Holness said the new social housing program will be expanded to provide more houses to Jamaicans in need as well as transform their lives. "Once I am satisfied that we have everything in place for the administration, from the monitoring and accounting to the architecture and engineering and the financing, then we will start to scale up. Right now, we intend to complete in total 122 such housing solutions, but in the next budget, we are going to seek to double that, and as we expand, we will be able to reach far more Jamaicans," Holness stated. The Prime Minister informed that his appeal to members of the private sector to partner with and support the government through the initiative is bearing fruit. "Already, we have seen a few companies reach out to say, we would like to help because this is at the core of it. This is about giving hope to people in despair," Holness noted. "It is about saying to people who live in communities like these that you are not forgotten, that you too deserve proper housing, and that the government is allocating out of its budget resources to deal with the worst of the worst situations," he said. He reminded the recipient of the new housing solution that occupants must be model citizens in the community and ambassadors for the Housing Opportunity, Production and Employment Program. We don't want people in this house who are going to be associated with guns and gangs and killings, so you, in this regard, must be an ambassador, including for the young ones who may be so distracted and diverted into crime and other kinds of activities that are not beneficial to us as a people, he said. Minister of Labour and Social Security and Member of Parliament for the era Carl Sumudo said work will continue to ensure more people can benefit from the initiative. Expressing gratitude on behalf of his family, Milton Dwyer, son of recipient Henry Dwyer, thanked the government for their assistance. The journey was a little sticky and rough, but we just hold faith, he said, adding that he was thankful for the new and improved living accommodations. The unit was built at a cost of $6.1 million in approximately 2 months. The social housing program was established in 2018 by the Prime Minister as the housing component of the HOPE program. It was developed to improve the housing condition of the country's poor and disadvantaged population by providing quality, affordable and sustainable housing. Witness puts on brave face. One of the former members of the St. Catherine-based Klansman gang, who has been testifying against his cronies remotely since the trial began last September, yesterday jarred the court with his brave request to forsake his secret location and come toe-to-toe with his former accomplices. The court had been poised to finally begin hearing recordings of purported incriminating conversations made by the witness who started working with the police undercover in 2018 to help dismantle the gang. Prosecutors since the trial began in September have fought tooth and nail to surmount several roadblocks in order to have the phones, the compact disc with the recording, and the transcripts of those recorded entered into evidence. They finally succeeded after Chief Justice on Monday ruled that the recordings were in fact admissible as evidence under the 2017 Evidence Act. Further on Tuesday, the 3 transcripts of the recordings, which have been blocked, were also successfully tendered and admitted into evidence. The transcription of the recording began in 2019 and ended in 2021, the court was heard. Yesterday, after witness number 1, who was being recalled by the Crown, identified for the court the 3 phones he allegedly used to record the calls, the much-anticipated moment seemed to have arrived after a nail-biting wait during which the court's registrar tried to open and play the first of the audio file, which is on the court's register as Exhibit 50. That heard declared, the prosecutor leading the evidence instructed the witness, "Please listen to the recording. I will ask you some questions afterwards." The beginning moments of the audio from the outgoing calls, which supposedly took place on April 23, 2019, was being played for a second time, as the first attempt had been distorted when the witness made his startling proposal. "Your Honor, I can recognize the voice, but I still can't hear 100% clearly. I know that person is City Post accused who is yet to be formally identified for the court. Your Honor, I can be permitted to come into the courthouse, sir." Inside the court, the witness who has claimed that he had been to bleach his face, change his hairstyle and hide from the gang as he is still hunted requested. "You want to come inside the court?" the Chief Justice quizzed. "Yes, sir," the witness responded. Said the trial judge, "That is a matter of the prosecutors and defense would have to decide." "Milord, I crave your intelligence for a moment. I need to confer," the prosecutor leading the evidence indicated. That indication saw the court rising for 15 minutes to allow for discussion between prosecutors and defense. Upon resuming, the Chief Justice indicated that the trial would be adjourned to allow for the court to retreat to his chambers for a case management conference. The witness, who has told the court that in terms of rank, he and City Post fall under alleged leader Andre Blackman Bryan, the accused Stephanie Christie, and another individual called Biggs, not on trial, has also said he has never seen City Post face to face. In October last year, he described City Post as evil, claiming to have had multiple telephone conversations with him. Those conversations, he alleged, were laced with violence, nothing but violence, as City Post always have somebody who him want for dead. "City Post call me like every night, sometimes with the phone for hours, more than 1 hour for speaking," he told the court, noting that those calls usually included Brian Christie, the other woman who among the 32 accused, and several others. The witness, who is the second ex-member of the gang to take the stand in November of last year, said he downloaded a call recording app to automatically tape multiple cell phone conversations which he saved. He said he forwarded the recording to the police when the memory became full. He told the court that he had been one to approach the police investigators with an offer to out the gang after alleged leader Andre Blackman Bryan had been taken into custody. He said initially, investigators had disbelieved him when he told them that Bryan, who was then incarcerated, had called him from a private number from the confines of the prison. He said while in their presence he received a call from Bryan and put the phone on speaker so that they could hear Bryan speaking to him for themselves, at which point they realized he had not lied. The witness had told the court, however, that after a conversation including Bryan and City Post, he received instructions to collect a gun, which was being held by the accused, Walt Taylor. He said he called a member of the Counterterrorism and Organized Crime Investigation CTOC, who at that point was in contact. He said he allowed the CTOC investigator to drive with him in a car to a yard on Jones Avenue, which was part of the gang's stooping yard. Once there, he said he, the accused, Walt Taylor, entered the yard through a fence carrying a gun in a black scandal bag. He said Taylor handed him the weapon, telling him not to move, as another individual was coming with the car and bullets. The witness famously testified that he introduced the investigator, who was with him, to an unsuspecting gangster as his uncle. He, in the meantime, has maintained that in giving evidence against Bryan, he was afraid and remained so. However, he, during the trial, said, "I told myself, even if I was charged, I would do my time to save people's lives." According to the witness, it wasn't part of me to be part of a gang. I was forced into this gang by Blackman. I'm not a crime producer. I had no choice either. Do I what Blackman told me, or I would be dead. 32 men and women were accused of being members of the gang or on trial for various atrocities allegedly committed by the criminal enterprise. The matter will resume at 10 a.m. tomorrow. It, however, will not be clear whether the request made by the witness has been granted by the court. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.